We are in the midst of a digital disruption. The age of digital is here, and that's transforming the way businesses are conducted. That's transforming the way we talk to our customers, we connect with our employees, we manage our operations. And this is changing not just one industry or one sector, it's touching every business, be it in the economic sense or in the social side of enterprise. And that w- promises to be very, very exciting. At the same time, it's going to be challenging for companies, how they leapfrog, how they do away with their current business models, current way of doing things, because digital truly has a ability to disrupt established businesses that embrace, adopt digital wholeheartedly are going to succeed in the next 3 to 5 years. And some of the businesses who are not sure of whether they should embrace digital, whether they need to think of competition that's coming from sectors other than their closed sector, I think will lose out if they don't look at digital closely. What do we mean by digital disruption? We define digital disruption as basically three: going virtual, going mobile, and going social. And these three elements put together are causing absolute upheaval, absolute chaos in the enterprise of today. What is this thing, or what is it? Just a fad? Is it something that will come and go? I believe it's here to stay, because it has the potential of changing your basic business model. So let me give you a few examples. Today we say that the biggest hotel company in the country, in the world, does not own a single room. That's Airbnb for you. Company which is the largest taxi operator does not own a single car, Uber. What does that mean? It means that what you thought, what was the conventional wisdom of saying that that company is big because it has got lots of assets, it has got lots of employees. That was the sign of a big enterprise, of a big company, of a successful company. Because of some of these examples, what you're now seeing is what people considered earlier to be their assets are now turning into liabilities, because you now change the business model where you can be a million room hotel chain or a company which is into hospitality, but you don't have need to own a single room. Completely changes the way business gets conducted. And that is the potential of what digital technologies have, which will change the way the business gets conducted over time. So virtual, mobile, and social, these three trends are going to change the shape and form of the way individuals like you and me conduct our lives, and also the companies, enterprises, the way they create new business models, interact with their customers, work with their employees. IoT, Internet of Things, Internet of Everything, machine to machine, these are all various jargons used basically to define a business opportunity, a model where a lot of activities, where data has to be captured and relayed across for somebody else to take a decision, is being automated. So you run a fleet, you're a truck operator who has 50 trucks, and you want to monitor whether your trucks are going over speeding, the drivers are over speeding, they're going in through the route that has been recommended for them, or they are deviating from the route. Today you don't have eyes and ears. IoT enables you to kind of use sensors, devices to send back information that's relevant to a central location, or to a location wherever the customer wants, and a decision accordingly can be taken. So that's truly what IoT is all about. And with the form factor reducing, one of the key elements of IoT is the size and the power, because if I have to measure water supply, quantity of level of water in a reservoir, you would need millions and millions of sensors. Now, how do you ensure that that sensor is always powered on, because it would need a power supply? So how do you reduce power of the sensor? How do you have a ubiquitous connectivity? That's the second biggest element of IoT, is to that sensor should be able to talk to somebody, some system, to relay back that information. So connectivity and the size, the miniaturization of the device, and the third is the power. These are the three important variables that will determine how IoT penetrates. And yes, it will start with the enterprises. Somebody wants to look at whether ATMs are properly secure or not, the air conditioning in the ATM is working or not. Instead of sending a person to check that, you could relay some of this information through a small device sending signals out to a central place. It will over time move into consumer space as well. So 2016 is just few days away, and clearly one of the big tasks that we have as Tata Docomo is that the enterprises are spread all over the country. While the big enterprises are in select pockets, clusters in big cities, the small and medium enterprises are spread across the country. They are also not geographically close, they are dispersed. For example, every residential apartment, a ground floor might be a SME and first floor onwards will be residents. So clearly the way they are spread out, that's a constant challenge for any business, be it in the telecom space or in banking, or for that matter any other industry, is to how do we reach our customers. And that's, I think, a challenge that remains for the sector. And we will build up on our channel strength, we will build up on our presence, so that we can reach more number of enterprise customers and meet their technology needs, IT needs, basically encouraging them to say, while you focus on your core business, let your telecom and IT worries be handled by us. Digital India promises or would basically mean that you could do your things at the time you want, at the place you want. Digital India would mean that all citizens perform their various transactions, be it with the enterprise or with the government or with each other, in a digital manner, in an electronic manner, which removes paper, which removes the requirement of being present at a specific location at a specific time. So this is a mega project. This is not something that you can tick and say done next year. The necessary elements of having connectivity, that's, I think, in place. Various operators are always or continue to upgrade their technologies, wireless technologies, wireline technologies. So connectivity is improving, the ubiquity of connectivity is improving, speed of connectivity is improving. So that's one. I think that's by and large taken care of. But with increasing demands, the demands on connectivity will also increase. So it's always going to be a key requirement, connectivity. But I think that's more or less in place. Second would be the applications. How do I connect? If I have to share my school leaving certificate with the school, how do I submit it? How do they access it? So how do I make sure that this personal records of mine are secure? So security would clearly be a one key challenge. How do I ensure that the security, the privacy of the citizen is respected? Two, obviously the applications of how do I make all of this happen seamlessly. What you don't want is a person clicking on 15 links to go to something and making it such a painful and a laborious process that he just doesn't feel comfortable doing it. So how do I make it easy for him? So the ease of use in terms of the application, security aspect, and connectivity. These are the three hooks that are required. Connectivity, I think, is by and large okay, and will keep pace with the requirements. it is the application and the security aspect which will be the key challenge for Digital India.